So what we are trying to do here is aligning the two models, which are on different coordinate systems and very far away. I can quickly show how we first of all find out what are the coordinate systems and how these models are aligned to each other or not aligned to each other. So I'll first of all open up the architectural model, which is downloaded from Forma. Just a quick warning. I'm just gonna continue working on the file. Now we go to visibility graphics, go to site and expand this, open internal origin, project base point and survey point, click OK. And if you zoom extend, you will be able to find the survey point, which is at 0, 0. This is the internal coordinate for the project model. We go back to the visibility graphics. And expand it again, turn off the survey point, hit apply. Okay. Now zoom extend, and this is where the project base point is at right now. This site is acquired from Forma. That is why it is at real world coordinates. The angle to true north is 0, and you can see elevation and east west and north south. Also, if you go to manage location, you will see that the GIS coordinate system for this model is defined here. This is also acquired from the Forma system, and it shows the latitude and longitude. This is the internal current shared site for this model. I'm gonna click OK. Now, the problem that we are facing right now is when we try to align the two models that have been developed, the structural model, which was developed after the architecture model, was not on the same coordinate system. So if we go back to this location and site, the GIS coordinate system for the architectural model is this. However, if I open up the structural model separately and check the location for this model, it says the location is defined by Internet Mapping Service, and the angle from the true north, this was given by rotating the true north of this project. So there are two quick steps that we'll do. First of all, we will realign this model, or let's say we will make sure that this model is no longer rotated in the true north. So if you look at the orientation right now, the project north looks like this, and the true north is a little bit rotated. So to fix that, first of all, I am drawing a line, a detailed line, and then rotating this to the true north, and then drawing another line which is perpendicular. Going back to the project north. Now, just to quickly show you the angle between these two lines, this is 9.46 degrees, which is same as the rotation for this model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it back. Using position, rotate project north, align to a selected line or plane, and I'm going to select this line over. Now, when it rotates back to the original location, we can then see that the orientation does not change when we change the option for the plan for the properties. Okay, so it says it has processed 9,324 elements, all elements, hopefully. And just a quick check, when I select true north, hit apply, this is still at the same place. So that means that the rotation chain that we had made before is now void. I'll save this model back to the original location, close the model. Then this is the architectural model, which was at the real world coordinates. I will now go to manage links, add the structural model, which we just rotated back to the original coordinates, original rotation, and then I will link this back to the architectural model using project base point to project base point. Hit OK. Oops. Okay. And I'm just going to remove the phase filters so that the model becomes visible. And now you can see that the structural model is well aligned with the architectural model. Now, this is a linked model. What I'm trying to do is just to select that linked model and publish the coordinates back to the linked model so that the coordinate system and the GIS system for the linked model also change to our reference model, which is the architectural model, which was built in Forma using the real world coordinates. So the linked model here needs to be published coordinates back. So what I'm going to do is go to manage coordinates, publish coordinates, and then if you look at the instructions on the ribbon below, it says select a linked project to which to publish shared coordinate systems. So I'm just going to hover here. It shows my linked model. I'm going to click and then duplicate the site, create a new site name, let's say Forma model location for my project and click OK and hit OK. This is done. Just one last step. We'll have to save the location of the shared site back to the link model. So when you go to manage links, select this link and unload the model. It will ask you whether you want to save the new location back to the link model or not. So we will hit save the new position back to the link. And a quick check for that is when you go back to the project folder, you will see that the date modified and time for your model, which you just unlinked, has changed and the location was saved back to this file. Hit OK, and we're good to go. So this was a quick step to just upload these files back to ACC, and we are just going to check if the models align in the ACC view. this problem was happening because when the structural model was aligned or just linked up to the architectural model here, it did not align. One of the reasons was that the step which was mentioned in the procedure to acquire coordinates um, in the tutorials, that was not done correctly. And because of that, our structural model, which was a fresh model, it did not align with the real world coordinates. So what we did was we undid all the true north rotations and then did the published coordinates so that the model gets aligned to the real world location, and then by unlinking that, saving the coordinates back to the linked model, and that should pretty much do it. Now the problem should be solved, and then when we go to the view in ACC, we should be able to see all the elements aligned on to the real world location, the coordinate system that we saw in the very beginning of this video, and the clash detection should be possible to be done here. So just be aware when you are working on the steps to acquire the location for the model, do not forget to correctly finish it and save it. And if you end up messing up the coordinate systems, then later on you will have to do this procedure that you just saw in this video. This is a alternate way to solve the problem. And we should be pretty much done in a minute or so. I can open up these models and show you. Now that we have uploaded the models to ACC, we have created a new coordination space, and these two models are here. Now, when we open them in viewer, voila, we can see both of these models together. So now it's all good. So that's how you troubleshoot the issue of model not aligning together. And that should be it.